And this is part of my next big battle, which is to fight to win the next election in this country and to turn everything round by 180 degrees.
Nigel Farage stuns Keir Starmer with new CCTV footage. His reaction says it all. You're not going to believe this one. What started as a routine political debate has suddenly turned into the most talked-about moment of the week. Nigel Farage, the man who's built a career on shocking the political establishment, has just unveiled something that's got everyone talking. And the person caught completely off guard was Labour leader Keir Starmer. When that CCTV footage rolled, the room fell silent. Cameras caught Starmer's reaction, the blink, the stiff smile, the brief pause, and now, social media is doing the rest. Let's rewind for a second. This all happened during a televised segment earlier this week, where Farage and Starmer were both invited to discuss public trust, government accountability, and transparency. Pretty standard stuff until it wasn't. Midway through the discussion, Farage asked the host for permission to show something. The producers hesitated. You could hear it in the awkward silence, but then the screen behind them flickered to life. CCTV footage. Grainy, time-stamped, and apparently taken from a location connected to a recent public event. Now, let's be clear, nothing illegal, nothing graphic, but what it did show was something symbolic. It captured a moment that Farage described as proof of how far the political class has drifted from the people. In the clip, a group of party officials, including one who appeared to resemble a senior Labour aide, seemed to walk past a crowd of demonstrators without acknowledging them. Farage didn't claim anything criminal. But the point he made hit hard. This is exactly why people don't feel seen or heard anymore. Keir Starmer sat there, visibly uncomfortable. He tried to interject, "Nigel, this is nonsense, this proves nothing," but by that point, the damage was done. The clip had gone viral within minutes of the show airing. Hashtags like #FarageCCTV, #StarmerReaction, and #LabourDisconnect were all trending on X. One viewer posted, "You could see it in Starmer's eyes, he didn't expect that." Another wrote, "Farage just changed the tone of the entire debate." Even neutral commentators admitted whether or not the footage meant much, the moment itself was powerful. It was visual. It was emotional. And it played perfectly into the narrative Farage has been building for years, that Britain's political elite no longer understands real people. Now, Starmer's team was quick to respond. A Labour spokesperson released a statement just hours later saying, "This was a cynical stunt designed for social media clicks, not serious politics." But here's the thing, in today's media world, perception is politics. And once something goes viral, you can't control it. Political analysts noted how the footage didn't even need to reveal anything groundbreaking, it just needed to feel symbolic. As one observer put it, the image said more than 100 speeches ever could. To understand why this hit so hard, you have to look at the bigger picture. Farage has always positioned himself as the outsider, the man willing to say what others won't. Starmer, on the other hand, represents order, control, and the return to political normal. So when these two worlds collided live on television, it wasn't just a clash of opinions, it was a clash of narratives. One fiery and populist, the other careful and institutional. And in that moment, the populist won the optics battle. Public reactions kept pouring in. One political journalist tweeted, "This is the first time in months that Farage has dominated the conversation, and Starmer's silence only amplified it." Another commentator wrote, "Farage is a master of political theater. He understands television better than most politicians alive." Even among Labour supporters, there was quiet concern. One insider reportedly said, "Keir is great when he controls the setting. But moments like this, unscripted ones, are where he struggles." And that's exactly what this was, an unscripted shock that hit harder than any policy announcement. Meanwhile, Farage took full advantage of the attention. In an interview the next morning, he said, "People can draw their own conclusions. I just showed them what's already in front of their eyes." Whether you agree with him or not, that's classic Farage, direct, disruptive, and built for the digital age. The man knows how to turn a single clip into a national talking point. And in the process, he reminded everyone that while other politicians are busy managing headlines, he's busy creating them. But let's not forget, this isn't the first time Farage has pulled something like this. From his Brexit campaign days to his recent appearances on GB News, he's repeatedly proven that he understands one key thing. In modern politics, emotion beats explanation. People don't just listen to what's said, they watch how it makes them feel. And when Starmer sat there, looking caught off guard, that feeling of distance between politician and public widened again. Political insiders now say this might force Labour to rethink its communication strategy. There's already talk within the party about preparing for unpredictability, meaning no more assuming debates will go as planned. Because if moments like this can sway public mood even slightly, it's a reminder that in politics today, one viral clip can undo months of messaging. And here's the twist: while Farage supporters celebrated the moment, others are questioning what comes next. Did the footage really prove anything? Or was it just performance politics at its best? One media analyst summed it up perfectly. This isn't about truth or falsehood anymore. It's about who controls the emotional tempo of the conversation. And in that sense, Farage controlled every beat. Because in the age of viral politics, perception isn't everything, it's the only thing.